Welcome back, City Skylines fans and players, to Capital City. We are building a custom airport here, and I'm a little delayed on these videos because I have a couple of them made when I found out that City Skylines is releasing the airport's DLC towards the end of January, January 22. And so I was trying to decide whether I wanted to continue with this project because this is a very large project here. I think this is the biggest project. Well, the whole capital city is the biggest one I've ever built, also. But this particular project right here, this entire area, is the largest one project that I've ever done. Except for maybe building the ring of the inner city there, but that was fairly easy compared to this. But I wanted to decide whether I was going to continue to do this project or wait until the DLC came out. And I went ahead and decided to go ahead and continue because this is a custom airport and it does use the metro station, or excuse me, the metropolitan airport. And I decided that we'll go ahead and continue with the project. We'll build it, and then when the DLC comes out in the end of January, we'll take a look at it, see what it brings and what it brings to the table, and then we can obviously modify the airport to match and to play. And then also, this city here is a model of. It's not really playing from zero population to X population, or it's more of I'm laying out the city how I think it should be, and then how what it make it look good, and then turning the game on and seeing if the imaginary citizens move in, and how it works, and then tweaking things from there. It's different than how probably the game was meant to be played, but I enjoy the modeling aspect of it and just kind of laying the roads down how I think they should be laid, and making it interesting and making it fun to look at. Just like a circular city there. I mean, whether a circular downtown, whether that's feasible or whether it actually makes sense, I don't know. But I think it's kind of cool to look at. And then obviously with the spur around the city, with the main artery going through, and a theme park, with an island with a river surrounding it, or a little canal surrounding it. I just think that type of stuff is just kind of cool. So let's go ahead and get to the build here. And what we're going to do here is, the last video we built the monorail system going around the city, and it loops the city just like this road does. And basically, so you can, if you have this is terminal A, B, C, D. So I think if you have a flight land in A, and you need to get to B or D for your connecting flight, you can just hop on the monorail. There is a metro station that comes with this airport, and I do have that connected. So in theory, you could do that too if you have a flight at Terminal A and then a connecting flight at B. You could just jump on that and head over there. But the monorail works also. I like the monorail system and the above ground metro and the train system, just because you can see it. It's more eye candy for the game. So what we're going to do today, we're going to build these inner roads and start the inner road network for the connecting the terminals via city streets. And then, so what we'll do here first, need to eliminate this. We'll go ahead and start at Terminal A because it's A. And we'll grab the touch tool here. And this is a great mod. Touch It tool version Get rid of that. Version 4. And what it allows you to do, it allows you to separate these roads from assets. So this asset comes in with 2 runways and this looping road, and you just double click on whatever road or net. It's a network, whatever network it is. You just double click on the segment from green to red, and what that does, that allows you to delete it. So when you pan over it with a bulldozer, you see that only that segment is highlighted. If you go anywhere else, it highlights the entire thing. So if I go to this one, it would delete the entire airport. Whereas if I just go to this one, it deletes. And I just did the same thing with this road here. Now I could delete all these, but obviously I don't want to delete them. What I want to do is replace them. And I'm going to replace them with a single, well, it's not a single, it's a double 2-lane road is what we're going to do. And we want that ground level. And is this, oh, because I'm at -12 altitude, that's why. There we go. So connect this. There we go. And there we go. That works just good. Just good. Just well. All right. And do the same thing on all of these. Need to go through with the touch it. Do the exact same thing. And that works well. You have to reverse each one of these because for some reason they come in. Because I think the game was designed as a left-hand drive instead of a right-hand drive, so you do have to reverse each one of them, but no big deal. Yeah. Just thought maybe I started on that side. There we go. Okay, and now that we got all those done, so what we're going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and if you look at these, we have 4 lanes one way heading east. It's not really directly east, but east close enough. And then we have 2 lanes heading out of here. So what we're going to do, I'm going to go ahead and connect these 2 terminals with this road. For now, there's a couple different things I'm wanting to do. I think we're just going to use this ramp because I want to elevate this road. So we will go out 10 at, we'll raise this to 4 meters. And then we will go out 10 again and raise it up to 8 meters. And then it's more trickier. Out 10 and raise that to 10 meters. Out 10, go down to 8 meters, go out 10, raise it, lower it down to 4 meters, and connect it. And then we're going to do the same thing for this other one here. Going to go 4 meters there at 10. Gonna go 8 meters. 10. Down on top of this thing. And that is at 10 meters there. Go back down to 8. Go down to 4. And voila, we are connected there. So what we've done, we've connected these, and they are elevated, so they won't interfere with this centerline road. Even though we're really not going to use this centerline road, but we are going to have 2 roads running down parallel to the interstate on both sides, and they're both. It's going to be a 2-lane, 2-lane road running through there because of parking and everything. But I wanted traffic to be able to turn and get from one of these terminals to the other without any interference. And right now we're going to leave that as a single lane. I may bump that to a 2-lane, one-way road, just like this one here. I may do that here later once I get everything done and configuring the traffic and everything. I may bump that to 2 lanes just because it may be needed. Now what we're going to do here is these are going to need to be elevated, but they're not going to be as high. So I think what we're going to do is I think we're actually going to bring these down. Actually, we're going to hold off on these. Yeah, because I think we may be bringing these into a trench just like over here. So that way the road could go over the top of it. The 2 highway roads can go over the top of that, and that'll work. Yeah, so we'll do that. So the next thing we need to do is I want to bring a 2-lane, just a standard 2-lane street, not a highway, standard 2-way street at ground level, and I want to run that right parallel to the interstate. Way up. Go. And I'm going to do the same thing on this side here. There we go. Alright. And then the next thing, we're going to go ahead and move these over. I was going to do this off camera, but I ended up not doing it because there's something else I wanted to do right here, so I held off on moving these. So we'll do that right now so I can do that other, what I'm wanting to do here. We're moving these over slightly, changing the angle, putting a little bit of a gap between these two. There we go. And then what I'm going to do is grab this road here, which is the center, the line road. I'm going to run this on a different distances so I can use that as a guide. And because I was way off on this, arc that over just a little bit, move that over just a little bit more. There, and bring that in, bring that in. There we go. Maybe even bring this in just a little bit more. Yeah, just like that. So now we're going to use this road. Actually, I didn't need that one erased. This one. And that one. This one out. But we're going to go ahead and leave this one here, because what we're going to do next is we need to bring this up. This is going to be elevated road, and we're going to bring this up to 4 meters. And then we're going to bring this up to this is going to be tricky. Tricky. Bring this up to 9 meters. We'll go ahead and bring that to 10 meters. We'll set it over there, and then we're going to use move it to move it right there. And make sure that's in line. See, it's not in line. There we go. And then we'll take that 10 meters. Start dropping this down to 8 meters there. We'll need to eliminate this road here. And I'm just kind of guessing this now, but we'll have to adjust the angles later. We're at 8 meters, so let's go ahead and drop to 6. And we'll leave this in here. We'll go ahead and drop down to 0. Alright, and then obviously that is ugly, so we'll need to get this fixed. So we want to bring this node over just a little bit more. There we go. There we go. There we go. Alright. That looks a lot better. I think we may tweak the... Yeah, I think we may tweak the slope a little bit more. Just mainly because I want it to kind of look good. Actually, this one here needs to be tweaked. As a matter of fact, we'll go ahead and do that just while we're sitting here doing this other stuff, because that's one thing that's throwing it off, is looking at it. Why is that not going? There we go. Alright. And then, not sure why that wasn't working right. Let's see. All right, looks good there. Okay, give me just a minute here. I'm going to do some changing those slopes off camera there, and I'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. I tweaked these slopes and angles just a little bit more. I'll probably continue to play with them because I'm very, very particular about them. But looks like I've got that in there quite nicely. One thing I did notice I wanted to change here was I wanted to change these to elevated roads. Put the walls on there. Yeah, there we go. Put the walls on there and everything. So I think that looks better that way. But we've got that. So this road comes in off the ground level, goes up and over. Then it goes over this ramp, which goes to the tunnel, and then goes over the main roundabout, the ground level roundabout, and then the ramp coming out of the off the exit ramp here. Sorry, off the exit ramp comes down and comes around, and then it comes back down to circle back around to come inside this roundabout, which I will show you what that is at a later date. Actually, this needs to be ground level. I'm not sure why that. Oh, that's because I had it set for. Okay, that's why. And I did not mean to turn that off. There we go. Alright, so set that back to ground level. Okay, good deal. And so we're good on that for now. So that's all set up and everything. So that looks pretty good. Still do need to get rid of, looks like we have one guide road here. Maybe not. Just a weird, no, it's there. It's just a matter of finding it. But I'll work on that off camera. But we need to get rid of that one right there. I guess I could take this and pull this down. And I'll make that and that. Okay. And then put that. Actually, I don't really need that connected right there. But I do need the center guide road, so I'm going to leave that there. And then these are these two parallel roads on the ground running down either side of the highway here. So we'll leave that there. Let's see, we have this set up here, so that works just fine. And then, like I said, we're going to wait on these, connecting these two roads here until a later time, just to see, because I think we're going to run them into a trench and run it down, so that way, because there are going to be some ground roads. There's going to be ground roads that are going to run through there, and then obviously the highway itself will run over that direction too, but it will be elevated. It'll be elevated, it just won't be as high as this. So we won't be able to run them underneath like we did with this one here. And I hope this is far enough. I guess when we ran this, I really didn't check. Run a little box truck under there. And oh yeah, that looks fine. There won't be any trucks on here, but run the semi-trailer under there. I was going to say it looked fine with the street lamps and everything. It looked fine, so I just wanted to check on that. Alright, so the next thing that we're going to do here today is, actually we are running close to time. We're not quite there yet. I guess I'm going to go ahead and do a little detail work on the terminals themselves, and then I'm going to do one terminal, and then I'll do the rest of it off camera. So everything that I do, like to this one terminal today, I will go ahead and do off camera to the other terminals, so that way they're all the same. But first thing we're going to do is we're going to put in a road or a parking. Yeah, I think it's this one here, and it needs to be turned around. So it matches the rest of these. And then we'll go ahead and put the rest of those in the other terminals later on. And then I want to do the same thing here, but I think what we're going to do is I think we're going to leave these just like this. And then we're going to have when I come back to do the detailed decorative work, we're going to come back and do a grass area through here with maybe a small line of bushes or something underneath there. I think that's what we're going to do there. So we'll put that in there. This here, I don't think we're going to do any parking here. I think we'll probably do the same thing with bushes and everything there. And then this road work here, what we're going to do is we're going to create some loading zones and some red zones. So switch over to the fill tool. And what you're using here is the parking area on these roads that you don't want to use for anything. Solid, and we're going to change this to, we're going to change that to red. And the reason why is because of the parking access and the access to the heliports there. So you don't want anybody parking there because it blocks the access. Just like that. And there we go. Now, right through here, we can have loading zones. Actually, this one here, this here, probably still needs to be a red zone here. There we go. And so then this would be a loading zone. So I say leave it stripes. Yeah, I think we're going to go ahead and leave it as stripes and turn this to, what, yellow? I think yellow. Yeah. And we'll turn both of these into loading zones. And for some reason, what I gotta do, leave this on. On the other direction, so trying to get these stripes to be exactly the same angle. Yeah, it won't let it go any further. Well, I guess we'll leave that for now and then go back over to this one. See if we can get the chevrons to do. There. Okay, that works. And then switch over to the other one. So what's the angle of stripes here? Is 0. I don't know why that's doing that like that. But we'll fiddle with it. See if we can get that to. I guess technically we could leave it like that if we wanted to, but I don't really like it like that. I like them all to match. I never had this problem before. I'm not sure why it's doing this. There, that works. It's not my favorite, but I guess we'll leave it like that for now. And then we'll go ahead and go around and do the other side. I'm going to do the rest of these off camera, just because I'm going to try to fiddle with this and get it to work correctly, because I'm not sure why this is doing what it's doing here, because I never had this problem before. But I'll go ahead. So we'll wrap this video up at this point, and I'm going to go ahead and put all these in on the other 3 terminals also. And I'll try to get these lines to match, and then I'll hopefully figure that out shortly. And if you have any comments, questions, feel free to leave those. Subscribe to the channel, and as always, remember, do the long game. Thank you.